2016, we ended off an amazing year. I sort of looked back and I thought to myself, maybe that's going to be the best year we ever had. But 2017 started, and I want to reflect on what we've done from January to May. People ask me what I do, and here's some of the projects that we embarked on in 2017. Starting in 2016 and ending off in 2017, we worked with somebody who I admire, somebody that is iconic in the world of apparel. I have to say that the opportunity to work with Chip Wilson and look at the legacy of his life, documenting, interviewing him, and creating a series that is for him and his family was a rewarding experience. One of our great partners that we work with is Trifacta in San Francisco. We have been working with them for the last 2 years building testimonials from some of the greatest companies in the world. And in January, we got to travel to Los Angeles to interview Nation Builder. And I have to say it was a memorable experience being in their environment, seeing the level that they work at, and the professionalism, and the end result was a great testimonial piece. One of my favorite trips this year thus far was to London, where I got to work with two intelligent and incredible business people. Admir Adnani, the founder of gold mining, and also his director, Mario Garnero. The stories and the life this man has led, to be sitting in front of him and interviewing him and documenting his work in relationship to Amir's work was remarkable, and I can't wait to share that as well. At Khare Communications, we are always in dialogue with some really fascinating people. We got to talk to Joe Gipp, Hollywood actor. His career from such a young age has taken such a robust piece, working with the likes of Sir Ben Kingsley, working on film work, independent work. We were in dialogue with him, and we shot a really cool interview with him. Minister Fassbender, our team got to sit down with somebody from our local government who wanted to talk about his personal life, and we created a piece more about him, not about the politics, and why he does what he does, and the great feelings that he has about his accomplishments and his family. One of the people we got to sit down with was artist Jason York. His life and work is all contributed on a canvas with brushstrokes, and an idea of feeling energy can get translated into color, into life. Something that he believes in, something that is coming out of him. And then the world sees this piece and they're like, I want that on my wall. I want that in my space. I want that to give me the energy that I'm feeling when I see this. Jason and I sat and talked about his work and talked about why he does what he does. And in the end, it's about telling a story. And Jason's story was really reflected in that piece that we created in dialogue with him. Another faction of our work is in promoting great brands and products. One of the great people that I got to work with, who's a dear friend and a very talented person in the clothing and style world, is Jason Sarai, Style by Sarai. We created a series of interviews with him that reflected his brand identity, who he is and what he does. And I believe that came out in the pieces that we created for him. Another cool spot that I like to even frequent in Vancouver is called Pacific Poke. So imagine if you go into this place and you're eating and you're just like, wow, I have this amazing experience because I'm eating this great food and I feel good and I'm feeling healthy. So I got to sit with the culinary director, the head chef at Pacific Poke, and talk to him about what they were doing, and we created a really cool commercial piece for them that they could use for social media. And it was really fun working with them, and I love eating their food. Our legacy work has taken us all over the world. We got to work with a really fantastic business family, the Lundins, to capture the life and times of their father and grandfather and husband, Adolf Lundin. From Switzerland to Germany to France to the US to different parts of Canada, we got to travel and really talk about some of the most interesting things that this man accomplished, going anywhere in the world to find that amazing resource. To be willing to go anywhere, to do anything at any time. His motto was no guts, no glory. I feel like everyone in this world could learn from a man like Adolf Lundin. And if you follow the work that he accomplished, and now that his family is accomplishing, it's world class. I'm very proud to be a part of that story, framing it with my lens for the people he cared for the most. Our team, led by Nisha, got to go to the UN Women event, and we got to document and interview some of the most interesting people. The content that we created, the stories that we told, and the people that we got to interview shone a huge light on what's going on in the world, and it reflects fantastically on the strong women that we are surrounded by, and we're very proud to be a part of that work. In the past few years, we've developed a relationship with a great company, nativeads.com. Well, I got to sit down with John Malik and do a one-on-one with him on how Native Ads is doing, the development of this company, The one-on-one that we shot, the content that we created, is really a reflection on how fantastic this company is doing, and it's always a pleasure to sit down with people like this, feel their energy, and do these one-on-one interactions, because sometimes when you sit on a couch with somebody and you get to know what they're up to, that's where the real spark happens, that's where real conversations happen, and that's the genuine nature of what we really do. We get their emotions and accomplishments all on camera, and we share that with the world. As I mentioned before, not all our work is all business, and we like to talk about people who are giving back to the community through playing and having fun. There's an amazing organization called Kids Play. We are their media partners this year, and we'll be capturing all their events, all the great work that they do for the youth in our Lower Mainland. In the last 2 years, something that's grounded me when I'm having a busy day or busy life traveling is meditation. And I practice TM, and one of the key parts about this is hearing about other people's stories and experiences in their meditation. So I worked with TM women, and I documented many different people who had experienced different things and yet felt the same way about this great practice. 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes in the afternoon, it's practical, it's something that I strongly believe in, it's something that's helped my life. That was something that I was giving back to. Another great project that we embarked on this year was Diversity Circles. The Diversity Circles project allowed our team to shed a lens on how people are embedding Indigenous practices into their daily work, into the framework of how they participate in meetings, how they participate in interaction between student and faculty at BCIT. And I believe the people that we documented in this piece that we've created reflect on not just one educational institute or one place. This practice can be spread across many ideals, which then took me into my next project.
Mother's twin sons recorded code creates all the circles of life.
This year, I decided that I would fund and produce our own original documentary with Aboriginal creatives, dancers, artists, singers, sculptors, carvers, as many people that would want to participate across the country to tell their story and what 150 years means to them. I'm very honored to be working with a gentleman named Andrew Judge. Andrew is a young Aboriginal leader. He's a PhD student, somebody who I got to document and interview in my other project at BCIT that I felt compelled to take on this project and work with him personally on it, because I needed to be guided and my eyes needed to be open on what people felt and their reflection on who they were and then what their personal identity was. And we're not sure of the outcome, but we know we're going in with full heart, and we cannot wait to share that with Canada. So that's what we've done up till now. I'm not sure what's going to happen in the next few months. I know we're working towards some really interesting content pieces for some really great organizations, some really interesting individuals. So ask yourself this: if there's a story to be told in your organization, in your family, if there's something incredible that's going on in the world and it needs to be seen, it needs to be documented, we want to know about that. We are legacy documentarians, we are content creators, and overall and above everything, we are creative. So get creative, contact us. We'd like to hear from you.